I
Oh,
oh,
yeah. We're on now, motherfuckers.
uh,
Sit
I'm
in your
good.
recliners and grab your vaginas. It's Hey Pal, what's new?
That's right.
Coming to you live from two different locations. I'm at the GBR studios with the bug zapper and the lights, and my hetero life mate over there is
Hanging out in
in
the
his in
basement.
the Casper Creek compound.
I'm in the basement quarantine zone. That's what happens when you get. That's what
Yes.
happens when you get COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So
See, now you led with the COVID. I mean,
that's okay.
we were gonna start with the Hey Pal, what's new? But I guess we know what's new, huh?
Yeah, my
Hence
COVID is
why I'm
what's
hiding
new.
out in GBR.
Yeah. But really quick, I felt like I had a cold coming on. I don't know, like Saturday night. And then Sunday morning I got up and it felt like the cold was like starting to take hold and I was like, "All right, I'm all right." I went and ran a half marathon and then that evening I was just like, I feel like death just warmed over me. And
Oh,
that night I got a phone call. I got a message from someone else who I know, another teacher I work with, who's like, "Hey, me and my wife just tested positive for COVID, and we're all vaccinated." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "Yeah, I can't taste anything. I feel like shit. I feel like I have a really bad flu." So I was like, "That's it. I'm not even gonna pretend this is a cold. I'm going tomorrow and getting tested." And I went Monday and got tested, and it's so crazy because nobody wants to do a rapid test, and
mm-hmm.
like I went to Caremount and they were like, "Oh, Caremount, which is the urgent care right next to Vassar Hospital." And they're like, "Yeah, if you want a COVID test, scan this QR code and we'll point you to places in our network that you can get them," which isn't that place. And then
Okay.
all the places that they had, it was like, "Oh yeah, the earliest we can get you a test is tomorrow at like 5 o'clock." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What's the point of urgent care if I can't like walk in and be like, I'm really sick. Can I get a COVID test now?" So I went to one of
Yeah.
those, what is it, Emergent Plus or something like that. It's this new fucking urgent care. And I filled out their little thing. I walked in. They're like, "All right, hold on." They brought me in the back, like, swab, 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 swab. The doctor literally comes in. He goes, "So you're not feeling good, huh?" And I go, "No." He goes, "They swabbed you?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, you're good. See you later." I was like, "Wait, that's it?"
Wow.
Got to get their money, man.
Yeah. So did you get the rapid test or did
Nope.
you have to wait a few days?
No, I had to wait a few days. I got the email thing from them on Wednesday, and it was like it's so funny because it comes up. It's like detected, not detected, and it's just like the detected is highlighted. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, boo.
And then it was
Yeah,
full
it's
lockdown.
it's you see all these things on there about, you can get a test right here. It's a free rapid test. It's right there. It's like I same thing. When you told me, I was like, oh fuck, I gotta go get a test now. And I haven't had a test at all during this whole quarantine, knock
Right.
on wood. To try to get one, it's taken days. I'm like, well, at this point, I'm a fucking week in. Like we're gonna get a test now and then tell me in 3 days that I have it, it'll be over by then.
Well, yeah, that was like when
So
this whole thing first started, and I was sick, and I was like, "Hey, can I get a test?" And they're like, "Well, why do you think you need a test?" Like, because I feel like shit. And they're like, "Well, what's wrong with you?" And I went through the whole list, and they're like,
mm,
Um, well, we'll get a doctor to look at you and talk to you too. So we'll figure that out.
mm,
And then like it was like they didn't want to give me the test. And then I finally got it. I even asked them for at one point for the antibody test, and they were like, "Why do you think you need an antibody test?" I was like, "Because I think I might have had it, and I think my wife might have had it." And they were like, "Oh, you would have known." I'm like, "But it's different for everyone." They're like, "Yeah, well, we're not really doing them, so no." And that's Caremount.
yeah.
Caremount don't care.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I tried to get one around here, and I could. They wanted me to do a. I was like, I was exposed to somebody who tested positive for COVID. I'd like to get a COVID test. Like, okay, well, we'll do a telechat. I'm like, why are you doing a telechat? I just told you that my friend has COVID, and I want to make sure that I don't have it. Yeah, but we got to have a video conference. What? So you can collect fucking two payments on me? Go fuck yourself.
Yep, that's what they
So.
do.
I mean, knock on wood. I mean, the only thing I have is crabs from
Yeah.
you, so that's about it.
Well,
Um,
just shave off all your pubes, you'll be all right. And that's
yeah,
the thing is like I get it. They want you to talk to a doctor so you could justify getting the test and not have every whack job walking in there going like, I think I need a test.
yeah,
Can I get a test just to be sure? And I'm like, okay, I get it. I mean, my work, all the schools have to start testing, and they give anybody who's vaccinated the option of opting out and nobody's opting out. And they're like, shit, we didn't know we'd have to do this many tests.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like people get to a point where it's like, oh, I stubbed my toe. I better get a COVID test. It's
Yep.
like, come on, man. Like the amount of, I mean, like we keep saying, somebody is making a shitload of money off this. You
It
know,
ain't me.
yeah, because fucking people are getting tested left and right. I mean, I have family that came here from London, and over there, it's like 20 times worse. I mean, they have to, you know, get a test to get on the plane, get a test to get off the plane, get a test 3 days before. And it's like, you know, I mean, I think that's great. You know, I
Right.
think everybody should be safe, but like at the same time, it's like the demand is over the supply at this point, or people are just, you know, they're getting COVID tests left and right because they think they might somewhat. I have a stubbed toe, so maybe I'll get it.
Well, yeah,
You know,
I think the answer is if you really just want to get tested just for the hell of it, you walk into like an urgent care and be like, yeah, I'm traveling to London. I need a test before I travel. And they go, oh, okay, here you go. They don't give a shit. I'm worried because, you know, I started feeling sick Saturday night and then was really just like crappy on Sunday. And my mother was here, 70 years old. My mom was here with us. And I'm like, oh, shit. You know, she went back to South Carolina. She got tested. She's isolating. You know, we're all vaccinated. But, like, I feel this shitty and I'm vaccinated. Now, Kate is sick. And she's got the headache. She's got the body aches. She's got, like...
wait, who is this that has it?
Kat, my wife.
Oh.
And she's not vaccinated. So now I'm super worried. Like, I'm like, oh, my God, how sick is she going to get? You know, that whole, like, I feel bad. I'm the one who fucking gave it to her because who knows where I got it. I'm not going to speculate. But one can only guess.
Blind CC. Copy, paste.
Yeah. Working in a school, one could only assume that's probably the most likely of scenarios, especially since multiple teachers I know that I work with are now positive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, you know, thank God for Barry, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
he's quite the resource.
Oh, yeah. Barry, what should I do? Well, take this, make sure you're taking this, get some of this, and take that, and you all should do this and do that. And, like, he's been like, whew. And it sucks because...
you taking a lot of vitamins? Have you taken your horse tranquilizer yet?
Zinc, magnesium. There's these two other things he told me to take that are like, they help with like your body's ability. They're antioxidants that help work together to help your body fight off any sickness. I mean, he went through a list, and I said to him, I was like, you know what really sucks? I was like, it's great that I have you as a resource, and you have no idea how much I appreciate it. But what really sucks is what you had to go through to gain this knowledge. The man who was sick for like months.
You know, it's been out there that he's had long-term side effects from it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he had it like early, I think April of last year, and he's still kind of like, you know, like, so yeah, kids.
Yeah, ain't no
joke. It ain't fun, you know. But it's not stopping us from having an episode.
No.
He said, God damn it, we got to keep this ball rolling. Things are happening, kids.
That's right.
Speaking of which, if you go onto our Facebook page, which, by the way, thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. That it keeps growing every week, which is awesome. We just added our merch page on there. So if you go onto our page and check it out, we got T-shirts, we got mugs, we got. Unfortunately, they don't sell water wings, but you will get water wings on your shirt. So it's basically the logo. We put it on a whole bunch of stuff. It's out there. If you're interested, go onto the Facebook page, check it out. We got a whole bunch of different stuff there, and we'll be adding new stuff periodically as new things come on. Like right now, we're big on water wing because that was the first one, but who knows? Who knows what'll come about? You know,
just depends on what we talk about.
Yeah, it depends on what.
On what we talk about on the show. That's how we wind up with this shit.
Yeah, exactly. So far, water wing has won. Hands down.
Oh yeah.
But who knows what'll come about
hands
in these
down,
next couple of episodes.
No pun intended on the hands down.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe a bug zapper, maybe a fucking COVID swab, who knows? But anyway, so how are you feeling today? Are you feeling
much
any better?
Oh yeah, much better.
Good. So you had symptoms for a couple of days then, I would assume.
Yeah. Mostly, you know, it started really started Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I started feeling better, a little bit better yesterday, and I'm a lot better today. So
Oh, good, good.
I mean,
Well,
I got
that's the
another race I
important
got to
thing.
run next week, and I can't even train.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. You know, might want to hold off on that for a while until you're 100%. But no, I'm glad that you're feeling better, and you know, it's a scary thing, man. Like, you know, it's you gave me the text saying that you had it, and I was like, I felt like I got you pregnant. It's like,
Look, at least it wasn't we fucked the same chick and then go, oh, I tested positive for AIDS.
exactly,
That I
exactly.
don't know if
So who
that's
knows?
worse or the same, but
Yeah, well, usually when you get a text like that, it's a little, ugh, especially since we had the episode on Friday, and
yeah.
then you started feeling like shitty on Saturday, and I'm just like, oh man. And then, you know, like I said, I tried to get a test, but like I said, it's
Well,
been over a week, and I haven't had any symptoms.
no, and then
Knock
every
on wood.
sniffle, you're like, wait, is that it?
Oh yeah, dude. Let me tell you, when you texted me and said you should get tested, I said, yeah, Manal and I will get tested, and I was calling around. I couldn't get one for a couple days, and I'm like, oh man. And then you start feeling like shit. You're like, oh man, do I have it? Like, Luckily, my farts are freaking putrid, so I my sense of smell is still here,
Oh, that
and
was
I
the
just
worst.
I just had a lovely Swedish meatballs before this
Mm.
podcast, so that tasted good. So, I'm hanging in there. So, but no, I am glad that everything is, and thank God for the vaccine, man. Like I said, don't want to get, but
Yeah, they
hey,
say you'll still get it. That you'll still get it, but the vaccine decreases the likelihood you wind up with like such severe symptoms that you're hospitalized.
that is the thing. That's the thing that scares me, So, like I said, I have been vaccinated. And like we said, hey, you do you, man. You do whatever you want. But, we can only live by people's experiences and what they've been through. And it's good that you're putting it out there and just letting people know. Because, people want to know. I wanted to know,
Well, a lot of people think, "Oh, I'm vaccinated, I'm bulletproof," and it's like, no, you're not. Like,
Mm-mm.
you got to be
Gotta
just
still
as
keep,
careful.
gotta still keep washing those hands, people. Keep it clean. Put your ball spray on, make
Get
sure
your
everything's
balls
tight and
out.
correct.
That's right.
So, well, hey, look, not the crazy segue here, but now that you are quarantined for a while, I'm sure you have lots of movies and music and TV to talk about.
Sort of, but not really. But I do want to get to our caller because I don't want to keep the caller waiting.
Ooh, we got a caller.
So, and I told them they could talk for as long or as short as they want. So, let's
Okay.
see. Here we go. Mobile.
Hopefully my cigarettes don't demonetize this. Not like we're making any
Here
money
we
anyway.
go.
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Yes.
Oh, it's our caller.
Who's this?
Wait, you haven't figured it out yet, Greg?
No, I heard like 2
Speak,
seconds.
speak.
Oh, he doesn't know?
I don't know. Let me think.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
He's not going to get it.
It's probably the only one of our friends that's a grandma.
Oh, what's up, girl?
Hi, sweetheart. If you're thinking this is Ellen, then it's not.
Oh, that's right.
Because
Ellen's a grandma too.
you have two friends that are grandmas.
Yes, one of the goth twins is on. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm in the compound here with my bestie, and we're doing podcasts. And awesome that you can call in.
Thanks. I've never done a podcast before.
Well, listen. So, other than being a grandma, what is new?
Yeah, fill us in on the last 10, 20 years.
Yeah. Let's see. Florida's lovely. The kids are doing wonderful.
Yes, great.
I don't know what kind of stuff. How are you guys doing? You talk about you first.
Oh, but us first. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, life is life, man. You got Mr. Old, all the single ladies over there. Although he's only got the one single lady who's not really a single lady anymore because she's got you.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, new pastures. New places, new things. Yeah, just being the same old goofball that I've been for past gazillion years. Still playing music and working and being a dad and just doing this crazy stuff. So, hey, listen,
Awesome.
we don't know how to podcast either, so you're
Okay, good.
you're in good company.
Yeah, this is meant as a hang, just a hang.
Mm. It's an excuse for us to get together each week and talk about shit, and hey, it's starting to catch on, so we're happy
Now,
about that.
now listen, Nina, I know you're down in Florida, but
Uh-huh.
I know you don't live in a hole, and Florida tries to pretend it's not, but COVID is a thing, right?
Oh, yes, of
Oh,
course.
okay.
So many
Okay.
people are dying here. It's crazy.
Well, that's just because they're all old.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you got that.
That's where the rest of the country sends the old people.
It's true. So Florida's getting much younger.
Oh, yeah, the average age is getting much lower. Look, I
Yeah.
lived in Florida for the better part of a year, and it was all right.
Well, we used to
I
play a
don't.
lovely game called Fake or Florida, which you read out one of those news articles, like like so and so gets arrested
Yeah,
for
Florida man.
uh, for shooting up a McDonald's because he didn't get his 10-piece McNuggets. You got to figure, is that fake or is it Florida? 9 times out of 10, it's Florida.
Did you know that there's a
No. What's that?
I can't hear her.
Mm. What happened?
anyway?
Is your stuff as bad as ours? Well, I'm working remote here. Did we
Oh,
lose our caller?
No, she's still there.
no, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Okay, good.
no, Florida has laws that every time something happens, it has to be reported. And so everything stupid that everybody does has to make it to the news. Whereas
Okay.
in other states, especially New York, they don't tell you about the really stupid, unimportant stuff. Here the law is you have to have everything published. And that's why so many silly stories come out of Florida.
That's right.
There's
Like
actually,
I didn't know about that.
the one I posted today. This woman is my hero. A Florida woman was accused of driving a motorized shopping cart through a Target while drinking wine from a bottle and eating sushi and cinnamon rolls.
but that's not even the first time I've heard about things like that happening.
No, how is that a crime? That sounds like Saturday.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, I'm going to Target tomorrow. I'm gonna try that.
You could probably get away with it.
In New
And
York, hell yeah.
It won't make
Oh,
it to the news because, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, and I won't have to wear a mask. It's Target. They don't give a fuck.
I was hoping it was just here that they don't.
No.
No.
We
I was actually down in January. I was down in the Miami area and visited my mom, who's down in Green Acres.
And you can visit me.
But
and you didn't go
Yeah.
visit Nina.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
I know I'm a scumbag, but you already know that.
That's true.
No, I was just down there visiting my mom and my girl Manal's father, who lives down there, and yeah, it was in the height of COVID. Well, not really the height of COVID. It was like January. And I didn't, the bars were packed. Everybody was demasked and having a good time.
Yeah,
So,
no, there's a lot of people who, I don't know. It's kind of like an entire state filled with people with oppositional defiance disorder, and they just don't like being told what to do. And if they're gonna go out, they might as well do it this way.
sure,
Especially,
why not?
yeah.
Look, we were all young at one point. We didn't give a fuck, and the amount of stuff that we did. We're surprised that we're still alive. Cool. The COVID kid ain't there. Nothing's gonna knock him out.
That's right.
That's why we call you the COVID kid.
Nothing can kill me. I'm too miserable to die.
Now, I don't know, Nina, if you could see on the podcast if you're watching it, but I do see this this thing here. I got that from your store the last time you guys lived in Beacon.
Oh
It's the
God,
last time we saw our friend, and I've been wearing it ever since. So there you go.
It's a bracelet.
wow.
Yeah, it's
Very
just like I
cool.
remember we went into your store, and I think it
Mhm.
was your mom or somebody was like, "Oh, here, take one of these like little chain thing." It was silver at one point. Now it's kind of rotted away, but Yeah, still keeping it strong. So
Nice.
so you guys have a store down there still, or are you doing more stuff online, or what's
What are
going
you
on down there?
doing?
What am I doing? I'm an artist.
Yes, we
For
know
real.
that, but are you
No,
peddle your
no,
wares, girl, peddle your wares.
no, no. I'm like an artist. That's I do I I actually make a living as an artist.
You're
For
the
real.
one.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, one of us made it. Nice. I'm
Yeah,
still collecting my
I
$6
paint.
royalty checks every quarter, so things are good.
That's awesome. No, I during the day, during the week, I watch my grandson and I cook and I do laundry. And on weekends, I go to art shows and I sell my paintings.
Nice.
That's awesome. Hey, that's good stuff, man. That's really good.
Yeah.
More people gotta, put themselves out there like ourselves, and it's
Yes.
important. It's important to be creative, and it's not all about money. It's all about just expressing yourself. So I think that's awesome. I think that's really
Right.
cool.
That is great.
And you're hanging out with the kids. The kids are beautiful, and the grandkids are beautiful, and everything looks great down there.
Yeah, no,
Especially
this is
especially in
paradise.
January, we're all freezing our nuts off up here, and we're just looking at pictures of palm trees, like, ah.
I'm about to go to Georgia as soon as I get off the phone with you.
Ooh.
And apparently it's going to be 55 there at night.
Oh no.
I know.
Better bring your parka.
That's right. You better bring your slicker.
I'm bringing Uggs because it's going to be that kind of weather.
You know why they're called Uggs? Because every time I see someone wearing them, I just go, ugh.
Yeah, I know, but
well, it's a little chilly here
have
too. I
snow-
got my Mr. Rogers sweater on, so just got
Wow.
to keep everything outside. Can't go in. My apartment right now is just has a chair and a couch, and that's it. So this weekend is decorating weekend,
Ooh.
which I will watch. Later on in the show, we'll talk about all the movies and TV and shit that we're going to be watching this week because I got to catch up. I have a lot of things actually this time. I did
What
not
did you
for
guys
our
watch?
listeners. I did not. Did you watch Candyman? Because I did not.
I did. And I
I
even
did.
prepped for watching Candyman by watching those like 15-minute recap kill counts.
Oh yeah. Oh, the other ones, right?
Yep. Nina, have you know the Candyman movies, of course?
Yes, of course.
Now, have you seen the requel that they made, the new Candyman movie?
No, but we did put it on the list of things to watch for next week.
Okay. Well, I watched it, and if you go back, we don't want to tie you up with our movie reviews and shit like that because we want to know like what's going on with you. You've got all the kids, right? You told me,
Yep.
Grandkid. Now, Ronnie is how old now?
She's 16. She drives.
Dude, can I just
God.
say, I look at pictures of that kid, and there is no fucking denying who her dad is.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit, she looks just like him.
I know. It's great.
It's a beautiful thing.
No, and she and you can't usually see in the pictures, but she's really tall and she's not done yet.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
I got a couple of those.
Yeah. I can't believe she's 16. Wow. My Zoe is 15. So yeah, they're like right around the same age. Well, close.
Oh, next
Wow.
year she's going to drive. It's the worst. And Veronica's an excellent driver. She really is. I'm not lying about that. But it's still now that they all can just do whatever they want.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny because my kids like they're so the same, and I'm sure yours are, but they're so different too.
Right.
Like they have a lot of the same interests, but like Manny, he can't wait to get the hell out of here and go do stuff. Like even today, I was like, "Where'd you go?" He goes, "Oh, I just went for a drive, and then I went for a hike, and then I'll be back home." And Anastasia, she's doing school, and she's in her room, and she just like focuses on her work, and she has her own streaming show that she does, which I won't mention because she doesn't want me to. And Mila, she does sports and plays softball, and it's so funny that my 20-year-old is the shortest of all my kids. Even Xander's catching up to Anastasia, and it's like Mila is taller than Kate right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that I
Kate's
saw
like
last
what,
week. It was
5'9"?
crazy.
So Mila's like
Yeah.
just over 5'9". Manny's 6'2".
Nice.
And they all look like Katie.
Yeah. and Mila's 14.
Wow.
So, well, no, Manny doesn't look like Katie. Come on.
No, Manny
Give me the
looks more
one.
like you. But the girls definitely look like Katie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I saw Anastasia. I didn't realize that she cut her hair.
Yep.
And she walked by. I'm like, wait, is that Addie or Mila? Like I get confused now. They're all like kind of like around the same height. And
Nina, you can relate to this. Anastasia had to cut her hair because she had done so much like dyeing it and coloring it and doing all this other stuff. She like just couldn't do anything with it. It was like her hair was destroyed from all that. So she's like, screw it, and she just cut it all off to start fresh.
How short did she go?
Let's see. We broke out the clippers and shaved her head.
Oh wow, nice.
So at one point she was like Sinead O'Connor.
no.
Wow.
Not big cut, but like crew cut. Like okay, she was G.I. Jane. There you go.
Okay.
And you know what?
Okay.
Thank God she's got the perfect shaped head, man. Her head, her with a ball head, she looked good. It looked really nice. She's got like a nice, perfect shaped head too, and that was the greatest thing. I was like, "Oh, kid, you won the lottery on that one, man," because that could go
Seriously.
horribly wrong.
Right.
Yeah, it could either go really good or really bad. You know, who was that girl that was Sunny that used to do Rocky
Yeah.
Horror? She had a great bald head.
Oh yeah, Sonny had like the perfect shaped head. Anastasia, like same thing. It was like you don't even question. You're like, oh, that looks really good. But
Nice.
so Ronnie's 16.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in school still. You were told we had spoke. Gabe is how old now?
Gabe is going to be turning 22 in a few days.
Oh God.
I know.
And he's working the
Wow.
full-time gig too, right? Well,
They're on strike now.
oh,
But yeah, he's a live performance worker. He's a rigger.
whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
okay.
whoa, whoa! We don't talk like that on this show. Oh, rigger.
Oh,
Jesus, you got me
boy.
scared. Okay, got to watch for the censors. I don't want to be canceled.
He
Trigger
does
warning.
stuff for stage performances.
Okay,
That's awesome.
behind the scenes guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Well,
And the oldest there, what is she doing?
she is a middle school science teacher.
Oh, God help me.
Wow.
I remember pushing that kid around in a stroller,
I
Yep.
know.
using her to pick up women at the mall.
Wait. Now she's on the national board of middle school science teachers.
Oh, my.
Yeah, she's
Wow.
she's a very professional grown up who does job stuff. I don't know how I got one of those, but
That's her way of rebelling against you.
I guess so.
Hey, Mom,
No,
you know what? I'm going to be a normal.
Yeah, I know. It's so true. I got one out of the two. That's I got the blue hair meanie at home, Violet, who's 13. She's rocking the punk rock look. But yeah, Zoe is. I have cheerleaders and Girl Scouts. I'm like, how did that happen? But
Wow.
I was actually a cheer dad. I still am a cheer dad. It's the funniest thing in the world. But hey,
You
man,
go to all the-
things
all the
change, and it's a good thing.
He does go to all the competitions. Somebody's got to.
I do. I put on my little pins and I got my bandanas and
Wait, seriously? They make you dress up?
No, they don't make you dress up, but you have like shirts with the school name on it, and luckily we're black and red, so I could rock the black with a little freaking Brett Michaels bandana on my head. That works. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Who would have thought? You go on these, if you would have told me when I was 15, 16 years old, like, yeah, you're going to have kids and they're going to be cheerleaders and you're going to go to these cheer competitions. And I'm just like, no way. But, you adapt and you learn other sides to it. And I'm like, you know what? These cheer people are pretty cool, So,
Okay, cool.
yeah, it's a different world, as what's her face used to say.
I don't know her face.
That bad Cosby Show freaking spinoff. A different world from where you come from.
Wow.
The guy remember he had the flip glasses? Am I the only one?
Urkel?
You were Mr. WB when we were back in the day. You don't remember that shit? It wasn't Dwayne Wayne, was it? Was it Dwayne Wayne?
Oh my God, yes. Oh.
It was so 90s. He had those 90s flips that went like this.
Yes. Oh God, what the hell is the name of that?
It was A Different World, it was called.
Yeah, that's the name of the show.
Yeah, with what's her nuts? Kravitz's chick. No, not Soleil Moon Frye.
You mean Lenny Kravitz's wife?
Yes.
Who is now married to Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Is she really?
You don't know that story? Jason Momoa used to watch her on TV and goes, "One day I want to marry her," and he was like a kid.
And he gets to now.
And he did.
He could probably do whatever he wants to.
Exactly. He's Jason Momoa. He's fucking Aquaman, for God's sakes.
Actually, his wife is fucking Aquaman.
That's right.
Oh, I went there. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good to hear. Look, we got to make I don't know, figure out a way. Next time I am down in Florida, I'm going to make a concerted effort to get my ass over to you. I keep trying to get to these races I do. There's ones right by you. I think, let me see. They're called Ragnar, the race.
That's funny.
Why?
No, I'm familiar with them. You're talking about Dade City, right?
No, it's a trail race. It's I always want to say Alafaya, but it's not Alafaya. That's the street I used to live off of in Orlando. Let's see, South Florida Trail, Alafia River State Park, Alafia.
Okay.
That's where it's always held.
Cool.
And from what I understand, that's not that far from where you are.
It's not. I mean, Florida's bigger than you expect it to be, but it's probably less than 2 hours.
Where do you live?
In Clearwater. Okay,
let me see. Directions to Clearwater.
Oh, now we're pulling out Google Maps on this podcast?
Dude, come on. I've got this is my biggest bitch to kids is like you've got all the information at your fingertips and you don't fucking use it. It's 50 miles from Clearwater.
Okay.
So straight across from, you go from Clearwater through Tampa. It's basically the equal distance from you to Tampa and from Tampa to the state park.
Okay, cool.
So Tampa's that halfway point.
Right.
Excellent. Yes.
So
yeah, I know. We have all this technology, and I remember when Zoe was a kid, she was a babe, maybe 5 or 6 years old. I had this little character, this little clown character. I forget, it was like JoJo, whatever. And I go, well, who the hell is this? She goes, Google it.
Nice.
She told her father to Google it. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to use the computer machine.
So what are you heading up to Georgia for?
An art show.
Ooh.
I know.
Now, do you raise your prices when you get to Georgia?
Do I raise my prices when I get to Georgia? No.
Now, whereabouts in Georgia?
Oh, really far away, way further than I thought it was going to be. It's 8 hours from here. It's in LJ.
LJ, don't know it.
LJ. Mm.
It's practically North Carolina.
Practically North Carolina? Or South Carolina?
I hope it's South Carolina, otherwise.
Oh, no, all the way to the west, about halfway through the state, it stops being South Carolina, and the next state up is North Carolina.
Oh, so it's like on the side of South Carolina, almost to North Carolina. That part of Georgia. Okay.
Yes.
That's
really
a hike.
far. I know.
Well, I'm saying if you're going to Alpharetta, then you can raise the prices. But
now who's going with you?
There.
Ronnie.
Oh, Ronnie. See, your little co-pilot, right?
Yes.
Now she's going to drive part of the way. This way you can sleep.
She can't.
Oh, she can't.
She's only 16, so she can't leave the state.
Boo.
And
like that ever stopped us.
I know. Right? Hey, you're a licensed driver, right? Okay, yeah, I can drive? Okay, cool.
Just take a shot of NyQuil and then just be like, she had to drive. It was the safest way.
Yeah, I learned how to drive drunk from the best, my father. Here you go, son. This is how you drive drunk.
Oh my God.
Yeah, good parenting.
No thanks.
I think we're doing good though. We're doing good.
That's right. So listen, we don't want to keep you any longer unless you really want to hang out with us more.
No, I have to get driving.
Okay.
But this was a lot of fun.
It is.
Yes.
And
so good
look,
to hear
just
from
because you've been on once doesn't mean we won't call you again.
All right, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll recycle people because our whole thing, the whole point of this podcast, Nina, is we just want to make sure that like the two of us and our friends all just take the time to like sit and bullshit with each other and get caught up. I think I mentioned to you when I called you and said we were going to call you, it's like when we used to come over to your house and all of us would sit around the table just drinking coffee and shooting the shit.
Yeah. I miss those days of the Sunday morning coffees, you know?
That or the afternoons of eating
we'd
burnt
hear the
hot
bang
dogs.
on the floor, and then we knew that they were up, so we'd come upstairs, and yeah, it was a good time.
the eating burnt hot dogs out on the deck, too.
Good time.
Because someone preferred their hot dogs burnt.
Ugh. Well, I'll steak one thing, hot dogs. All right, yeah, you don't want it to be hot bologna.
That's right. Well, drive safe, Nina. It was awesome talking to you.
Yes, awesome. Love you, girl. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you too.
Yeah,
and
keep in touch.
One day, this whole thing will be over, and you guys can actually come visit.
That's right.
Yes.
We'll do like a road trip.
Put that juju out there.
We'll take the show on the road.
Ooh,
that's right, road trip.
All my equipment's portable.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good.
Drive safe. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye, Nina.
Bye.
Woo! There's your special guest, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, blast from the past.
Yeah, I was like, who's the person we haven't talked to in fucking forever? And I was like, oh my God, Nina.
And it's so funny that she said, no, this isn't Ellen. All right, well, they were interchangeable at one point.
Yeah, but their paths so far diverged, man.
Oh yeah, Ellen is one of my Facebook friends too, and she looks completely different.
She looks like she'd be right at home on an episode of The Real Housewives. I mean, I love the girl. I love her. She'll still be a girl.
Damn, what happened?
Dude, I remember the days that I always tell everybody the story. I cut school with her and Nina and just hung out in Ellen's room listening to The Cure.
As you do, as we used to do back in the day, as we always say back in the day.
Back in the day.
You just sit down and you listen to a record with a bunch of your friends and you were just like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. But no, that was really good to hear from her, and good. You keep checking. Well, we'll definitely promote her art on the podcast.
Yes.
Put it in the link. We'll put it on the page. I'm gonna say it wrong. It's like Mama Mia or Mama Mia, Mama Mimo.
Is she still using
whatever.
the Mominia?
Yeah, Mominia. But she does really excellent artwork. If you get a chance, we'll put it on the Facebook page. You guys can check it out. And yeah, that was a good one. So yeah, to get our podcast back on track. So you watched Candyman.
I did watch Candyman.
Now, should I spend the money to watch Candyman, or should I say, yeah?
You're asking the wrong guy because I don't spend money on much.
Well, you know what I mean. Is it worth taking the time out of my day to watch it? I mean, I'm a horror freak, so I love all that stuff.
Okay, I will say this. I enjoyed it. It sort of had that what you look for in the first Candyman.
Okay.
But it was not as cheesy shit on a plate as the third Candyman.
Oh my God. Third one's
not too bad, but like there's a link. It's actually, I think this is more of a sequel than a requel.
Yeah, that's from what I've heard, Well, the requel is really just you're forgetting 2 and 3. So you're going from like 1 to that's what a true requel is.
And I that's what this does.
Technical.
That's what this does, but it does use some of like the story elements from the other ones. Because from what I understand, from what I remember, the first one, they don't really tell you, like, they lead you to believe he was just some guy who was, handed out candy to the kids, and then someone slipped a razor blade in the candy, so they blamed him, and then the cops found him and beat him to death. But then in the second one, I think is where they introduced the story of the guy back in like the 18 whatever who fell in love with the white lady, and then they cut off his hand and all that shit. So that part of the story, the history of Candyman, comes into this one.
Okay.
And all the stuff about Cabrini Green comes into this one and all that stuff. But it definitely takes parts from the first two. I'm not so sure about the third one. But it definitely does rely heavy on the legends from the first two.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Enjoyed
it. I definitely want to check it out, I did see, well, I didn't get a chance to see Candyman. I was with my children this weekend, and my youngest, Violet, she's a big horror fan, but she had no interest in it. I did watch Malignant, though.
Okay.
Have you watched that yet?
Is it a movie or a series?
It's a movie. It's on HBO Max. It's the new James Wan movie.
I saw it on there after we talked about it. How was it?
Let me tell you, it is batshit nuts.
Oh, I might have to watch it tonight.
Bad in a good way. He purposely, James Wan, if you're not in the know, I mean, he created the Saw franchise. He did The Conjuring. He did Insidious. So he's like the master of like franchises, of like horror franchises, right? And obviously he did Aquaman, since we were talking about Momoa, but he did this movie Malignant, which is on HBO Max, and let me tell you, it goes to places where it's very Italian horror. Like, if you ever been to like Suspiria and all that Dario Argento stuff?
No.
If you watch the trailer, right? This is for our audience out there, whoever's listening, right?
Yeah, all three of you.
If you're, if you're into the Conjuring movies and the Insidious movies, and they made the trailer look like it's going to be one of those, it is not. It is batshit gory, off the wall. The twist at the end, you're going to be like, "What? Really?" You will laugh your ass off. If you're a gore hound, you'll love it. It is gory. It's batshit crazy. So it's definitely one of my favorites that's come out in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to watch it now. That's a raving.
And you should watch. While you're quarantined, you can watch *Malignant*, and you'll just text me when you finish it. You'll be like, "Seriously, dude, that's what happened?" And it's cheese. Like, he purposely made it like a cheesy Italian gory horror movie. Like, have you ever seen?
Is it in English or is it subtitled?
Oh no, it's all in English.
Okay, because I just want to know if
it's modern day.
Okay.
But have you ever seen? If we want to go down the horror rabbit hole, have you seen Basket Case?
Yeah.
Do you remember Basket Case?
Yeah.
Total Basket Case. It's like that. Like that batshit crazy. But I loved it. It was the marketing for it and the trailers for it were very misleading. Because I'm watching, I saw the trailers and I saw the poster, and I'm like, all right, like, it's another one of his Saw, Conjuring, spooky scare shit.
I feel like I heard a couple.
And then I started hearing reviews of it, and I was like, holy crap!
I feel like I heard a couple of things about it, but no real push for the movie.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a mixed bag, right? Some people are going to watch it and go, this is fucking stupid. Like, it's ridiculous. And then the gore hounds like myself, or the really cheesy 80s slasher Basket Case movies, The Dentist, all that stupid shit. Like, this is right up Mike Stolper's alley. This would be something that we rented at Manpack Video just because of the box. All right? Like, the box is misleading because you're like, oh, it looks like a really scary horror movie. And it's got, the scares in it. But it's just I think everybody was in on the joke when they made it. It wasn't like they were, hey, we're taking this seriously and it's going to be a bad movie. And it just turned out bad. They know it's bad. they know it's cheesy and schlocky and bullshit. They don't care.
And they embrace it. So they embrace the schlock.
Absolutely. The dialogue, you're like, really? But you almost like you're horrified and you're also laughing your ass off at it. So that's one of my movie recommendations. Although I did not see Candyman, I promise I will watch this weekend because I am kid free. But I will watch that and let you know. But so I'll watch Candyman. You guys,
I'll watch Malignant
and let me know next episode. You'll be like, what the fuck did you make me watch?
Well, listen, I don't have any movie to share. Let me change. Let me change this. Oh God, I got the fucking hiccups or something. Let me change the screen here to show you a little bit of what I watched. I watched a bunch of things, but this is the one like first episode, all that shit. I mean, there's I watched the new episode of Kin, and I watched this stupid show like Tacoma FD, which is a comedy show. No. You know the Broken Lizard people who do like Super Trooper and stuff?
Oh yeah. Is that their animated show?
No. It's a live action like about these guys who are in the Tacoma Fire Department. But it's a comedy. It's a half-hour comedy, and like the one guy's name is Eddie Penisi, spelled Penisi. So anyway, I watched all my normal shows. I haven't gotten caught up on The Walking Dead, but I watched this show on Apple TV, Foundation.
Okay.
They put the first 2 episodes up today. It's based on the series of Isaac Asimov books of the same name, and I've never read the books. From everything I've seen, they basically kind of retell that story, but like don't stick strictly to the Asimov stories.
Okay.
Super sci-fi, future, like, I don't even know how to get into it, but like it's sci-fi. If you're a sci-fi person, you're going to like it. The visuals are amazing. And the cast, the cast is people you know. So let me start with, let's see. You've got Jared Harris. Now, I don't know if you know Jared Harris. I'm going to scroll down so you can see who he is. This is Jared Harris. I know you're not watching the stream, but Jared Harris, he played Moriarty in the Sherlock movie.
Okay.
His dad, you may know better, Mr. Richard Harris.
Harris?
Yeah, Dick Harris, who played Marcus Aurelius in the Gladiator movie, but you may know him better as the original Dumbledore from the Harry Potter movies, the one who died and they had to replace him. That's his dad. That's
another one of my major freaking impressions.
5 points to Gryffindor.
5 points to Gryffindor. You're a wizard, Harry.
It also stars Lee Pace, who I'm gonna bet that you best know him as Ronan the Accuser.
Oh, okay.
All right. The only 2 other people that I knew from this show are this one guy. His name, I can't find his picture, but his name is Alfred Enoch. He played Dean Thomas in all the Harry Potter movies. But until looking at their bios, there's this one guy, Terrence Mann, who I did not realize is in every single one of the fucking Critter movies. He's the guy who played
every single one. How many were there? 3?
There's 4.
4. Okay.
There's Critters 2, Critters 3, Critters 4. He played the extraterrestrial bounty hunter in Rockstar Regalia. That's how they talk about him. But he was in all those Critters movies. I had no idea. But he's in it. The whole premise of this show is like, you're in the future. I don't even know if it's the future, if it's just a far off thing. I really haven't gotten that deep on it because there's only 2 episodes. But there's these people, these guys who brought peace to the universe. So what they've done is they continue to clone the original, so that there's always one who's old, one who's middle-aged, and one who's a child. And their names are like Dawn, Day, and something like that. It's like
Night and Land.
It's Brother Day, Brother Dawn, and Brother Dusk.
I'm thinking Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a good show. It's visually,
I'm in that
it's
mindset.
You're in that mindset. Why? 'Cause did you watch the what is it? Night of the Animated Dead or something like that? There's the animated. Oh yeah, that's you got. I haven't watched it yet. There's the animated Night of the Living Dead show or movie that they made.
Oh, is it on Sci-Fi or
It's
something?
on something. It's got what's his name? The guy. Oh fuck! I'm going too far. But yeah, that Foundation was really good. I really enjoyed it. If you like sci-fi, I think you'll like it. It's a little slow. Excuse me. It's a little slow, but it's good.
Okay. Malignant. Foundation, which is on Apple
TV.
So you have to have a subscription for that one.
Yeah,
right?
but they always got like the whole try it for 7 days free.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's how I watch Jerry, and some of that other stuff, which is good. Yeah, good. So we have Foundation, we have Candyman, and we have Malignant. As far as TV shows go, I did catch up on Heels, so I'm all set with that. And that they go on Sundays, right?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, and I did catch up on Marvel's What If.
What? What if?
So what if?
What if? Ponder the question. What if?
Yeah. So far, so good. I mean, like I said, with Marvel, they just, I always have faith in,
that's the thing I always loved about What If is it gives you the ability to tell these like stories that don't mess with the continuity of the rest of the universe.
Exactly. Yeah. There's what I was like, kind of similar to what another one that I want to watch this weekend is. Did you see they came out with Star Wars Visions?
I did. I don't know how interested I am in that. It looks like it's like, oh, let's just do some Star Wars stories in a whole bunch of different styles.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's basically they got some of the top Japanese anime artists to do these things.
Yeah.
I looked at being a huge Star Wars fan. I'm like, all right, well, I'll try it. Which I haven't yet.
Are they canon stories? Do they are the main characters that we all know and love from Star Wars in there? Or are these just like, just side stories?
Just all side stories.
Oh.
I mean, there's one rabbit that's a rabbit that's a fucking Jedi.
Okay.
Go figure. So if you're into anime, I'm not an anime person, so
I'm more of a hentai man myself.
Huh?
I'm more of a hentai man myself.
Oh, aren't we all? Hence Waterwing. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to definitely give that a shot. So yeah, we did post that on the Facebook page. I saw that. I saw to see if any of you people out there are going to be checking it out.
Look, I'm in quarantine.
Kind of like with Marvel and with Star Wars. It's like, well, it's Marvel, I gotta watch it, or like it's Star Wars, I gotta watch it. But I'll see. I'll give my review on it next week.
Being stuck in quarantine, I'm kind of running out of things to watch, so
give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm a Marvel, Disney, Star Wars shill. So
yeah, you know what it is. Some of the Star Wars things, I don't like the feeling that like, oh, I have no idea what's going on because some of these characters, I don't know who the hell they are. Like with Mandalorian, I knew a lot of it, but like as characters came out, I was like, oh, I need to fucking get caught up on all the animated shit because you got shit coming in from the animated shows that I had no idea about.
Yeah, that's how I kind of was too. I mean, I caught up on Clone Wars and Rebels later on when I got Disney Plus because the people would be like, oh my God, Bo-Katan. I'm like, who the fuck's Bo-Katan?
Yep.
All right, well, let me watch that and find out. And, I actually enjoyed, I'm not a big animated, I'll be honest, like as much as I love comic books and all that stuff, like I'm not big into like animated movies.
No,
like DC puts out a ton of animated movies, and they've even done ones on like the Killing Joke, which is a great book, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch that, and it was animated. It was kind of corny.
Yep.
So I get scared. I mean, but Into the Spider-Verse was phenomenal. What If has been good. So it's like I'm trying to open my mind to it a little bit more now that the animation on this stuff is pretty good. But I mean, to sell me on anime, I don't know. It's got to be Star Wars. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
So those are pretty much our TV and movies right now.
In that vein, there's a new thing on your old HBO Max, Batman: The Audio Adventures. So I haven't checked it out yet, but I will, because I got nothing else to I got no place else to go.
Is it like the audio adventures? Is it like the oldie time radio?
I don't know.
Ones.
I just happened to catch it like when I was looking for something else. I was like, wait, what is that?
Yeah.
So
yeah, Batman going on.
So I did go down a music rabbit hole this week, though. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the good thing about us doing live streams on Fridays, because Friday is new release day.
Well, yeah, and I had to sit and I saw all the things I'm going to talk about. I saw them coming out, and I was like, oh, but I can't really listen to them. And then I spent this morning listening to them, and oh boy.
Oh, you got some good ones? I have some music ones too. Actually, ones that yes, I know I am slacking on a lot of stuff, including the jingles, but there were a few releases this weekend where they're still putting out music.
Yeah.
So yeah, hit me with your best shot, Pat Benatar.
Okay.
I like to say.
I'll start off. I don't know how. I will start off, and I'm going to play a snippet from this one because I have to.
Okay.
The I'll Be Your Mirror, a tribute to the Velvet Underground.
Okay.
Now, it's got people doing covers. My favorite is this one. Let's see. Oh, wait, go back. I'm going to fast forward a little. Can you hear that?
I hear a clarinet of sorts.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
You might want to fast forward a lot of bit, like to the end.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, I got to stop it there.
Who the hell is that?
That's fucking Michael Stipe doing Sunday Morning.
Wow.
You've got, now look, I'm not going to lie, you've got some good songs on here. That is not one of them.
Okay. So there are some good songs.
Oh, yeah. You've got Thurston Moore doing fucking Heroin.
Ooh, see, I mean, I'm not a big Velvet Underground fan, but that's a great song.
Oh, yeah.
They have some hits.
And you've got, not that it's one of my favorite songs, but European Sun with Matt Sweeney and Iggy Pop doing that one.
Oh, okay.
You got Venus, there's a couple of other good people. Kurt Vile doing Run, Run, Run. They got two versions of that, like the regular and the radio edit. So it's all right. It's not bad. I mean, I like the Velvet Underground and Nico.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this, I just like, you listen to some of this and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like listening to Sting do his whole like, oh, this is a medieval instrument that nobody's played. Nobody even knows what it sounds like, but I'm going to do it.
I'm going to have to correct you on that. That is a lute.
A lute. Yeah, whatever.
It is fucking horrible. To win, to die.
Yeah.
What the fuck was going through your head? I mean, that's when you
here.
Know
Ready? Listen.
That you're a huge star when you're like, I'm going to put out an album on a loop. People buy it.
Here you go.
You know.
The fuck is this? This is Venus and Furs. It's some of it is like people just trying to be all, I don't know, their interpretation of Velvet Underground, which I guess is okay.
Velvet Underground was too hip for the room, and these people are even trying to be more too hip for the room.
Yeah, basically.
That's not good.
No.
Take that banana and shove it up the ass.
so my second one, which I don't even know if you'd call it singing. Let me switch back real fast.
Can't you pick good ones?
No.
You gotta find David Hasselhoff in all this.
I'm all about car crash.
Was good.
So my next one is your friend and mine. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me transition it over so you can see. Well, you can't see it. The great Bill Shatner has a new album out. Which we all know Bill Shatner doesn't sing. He just talks through shit.
Of course.
But what's more impressive to me is the fact that he was able to get the likes of, let's see, Joe Walsh to collaborate with him on this.
Okay.
Let's see, Joe Jonas from the Jonas Brothers.
The Joe Bros, one of your favorites.
Yeah, Brad Paisley.
Okay.
And I'm not familiar with this person. You might be, but Robert Randolph, who is like been hailed as like a steel guitar god. But dude, some of this is just I don't even know how to like describe.
Well, they all have to be in on the joke, including Bill Shatner, right? At this point.
Ready? Here you go. This is the Joe Jonas song.
Feel guilty when I leave.
COVID coughing fit.
that song made me want to get COVID.
Yeah. I think it's
wow.
worth the car crash of it all.
Well, I hope you're putting that on our Spotify playlist. Which
I will.
Is available.
The Joe Jonas one I will put on there. The rest of them, it's all just Bill Shatner. And this last music, the album's not out yet. The actual full album comes out October 1st, so next Friday. But there's singles up, like there's some stuff up. Led me to this. This kind of falls under the I can't believe they're still making music. We're gonna say Ministry. They have a new album coming out called Moral Hygiene. That's moral.
Moral hygiene. Okay.
I will say there is a good song on there that I very much. There's two songs out right now. One called Good Trouble.
Okay.
And the other one called Search and Destroy. Now, that is not Metallica's Search and Destroy.
Well, that would be Seek and Destroy, wouldn't it?
Right. Let's bring it back around. It's a cover of the Iggy Pop song Search and Destroy.
I think Uncle Al's been doing way too many drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No. None of his stuff is bad. I mean, you know.
I'll play you a little taste here.
I think I did hear some of this.
Yeah. I mean, it also led me into the whole, like, they came out with, I guess, like, over a year ago, they came out with, and I didn't know about this, the lost remixes of Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Talk about Nina and Images. We'd all.
I could live
with
the
white man's overbite to this shit.
Yeah. But I mean, and I saw, dude, Ministry is playing like in October in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had no idea because I was on their page and it's like, oh, Ministry. Oh, see them on on tour. What?
Yeah, Uncle Al is still kicking it, man. He's still kicking it.
The last album.
I mean, he's still putting out stuff. It's you know.
Now, what was the last album of theirs you actually gave like half a chance of listening?
That would be their last album, which was called Americant, with the 3 Ks in it.
Okay.
With the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
It was good.
I just couldn't.
I mean, it's not, you know, like I said, they're still putting out new music. You know, that happens. But, hey, look, like we always say, it's like, it's good that you're still out there, still doing it. My music, actually, a couple of things popped up on my new release thing. Well, first things first, I'm actually going to another concert this Sunday. We'll talk about concerts a little bit before I get into my music picks this week. This Sunday, I am going to see Primus perform all of Rush's Farewell to Kings record in its entirety.
When?
Which this Sunday.
Damn.
And yeah, my good friend and sponsor is taking me, and it sounds like a hoot. I know our buddy Daryl went to go see it about a week ago, and he said it was phenomenal. So
so jealous.
Yeah, you know. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go check that out. So I'm excited about that. 2 concerts, you know, in my sobriety now. It's starting to get good.
Well, it's good. But, you're going with the right people too.
Yeah, and then speaking of concerts, I'll put a little plug out there for our 5 listeners. Friday, October 8th. Now, my band, our band, The Critically Ashamed, was going to do a live stream concert. Guess what?
Wow.
We didn't do it. Well, the technical aspects of it was a little bit tough. And like I said, we didn't want to do the...
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't want to do the old, put the camera in the corner and do that, which we might do. But as luck would have it, October 8th, which is a Friday, we will be playing, the Critically Shamed will be playing a live concert in Manhattan
What?
at Connolly's on 42nd Street in Midtown.
What day of the week is that?
That is a Friday night. We don't go on till 11 o'clock p.m., so take a nap.
You know what that means?
What's that?
I think I'm gonna have to come with you.
Please do.
I need to lug equipment for you, just like the old days. But I mean, we might not be able to live do it, but we might be able to sit down and do a podcast in the bar.
Maybe we'll do a car cast. Yes, maybe we'll do a car cast. That would be fun.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about it. We got hooked up with that. I don't know if you've been to Connolly's before. It's a great place.
I think I have on a pub crawl, a Brody's pub crawl with my mom.
Okay. Well, I used to go there actually to see Black 47 used to play there all the time.
Then yes, I have been there with Walter.
This was before Patty O'Reilly's.
Okay.
I've seen Black 47 more times than I can count.
Okay.
I did see them at Patty O'Reilly's, but then they started playing Connolly's because it was on 47th Street. Get it?
Yeah.
Great Irish bar. It's up like third floor. They got a great stage, great sound. We're really excited. We're gonna come out and we haven't played any shows besides one that was and we're going to do the live stream, and we're working on new music for a new album, which we tend to do where we all grow beards, Helene included, and we hole up in the winter and write new music. So before that, we're going to get our rock out with our cocks out in New York City.
Let me ask you: is this the one on 47th?
Yes.
All right, I'm looking it up right now, just trying to see.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is the minute? God damn it! I want Street View, bitches. All right.
It's really easy. Like I've taken, if you're traveling and you want to take Metro North, right off, 47, it's in Midtown, so it's, 5 blocks away from Grand Central, so you can't go wrong.
No, I get it. You're gonna drive, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I got to bring my gear. So
yeah, I'll drive down with you.
Yeah, we'll do a car cast. It'll be fun.
It'll definitely be fun. Okay. Car cast.
Yeah. So Friday, October 8th, we'll put that on the Hey Pal, What's New page. It's also on the Critically Shamed page, obviously. But we're really excited, and we're hoping to get a good crowd because we're working with a promotional agency, and hopefully we'll get some more gigs. So come down. So. Speaking of horrible music, besides my own,
Give it to me.
Okay. Well, we got a couple of them here that were, hey, I can't believe these people are putting out music. We'll start with the one that I know that they're putting out good music because they've been consistently putting out good music. It is a band called A Pale Horse Named Death.
Ooh.
They have a new album out. Don't ask me the name of it. Just came out today. It is a band made up of Sal, who was the drummer of Life of Agony, and was also the drummer of Typo Negative on Bloody Kisses. He has since left those projects and started his own band, A Pale Horse Named Death. They have a new album out that just dropped today. And if you're into, obviously it's got that Typo Negative kind of feel to it because, he was in Typo Negative. He plays all the instruments from what I understand. He's a guitar player. He sings in it. Obviously he's a drummer, so he played drums on it. Really, if you're into Typo Negative, Alice in Chains, kind of drudgy, gothy, not too heavy kind of metal, it's right up your alley. And Sal, he's a great guy. When we toured with Life Agony back in the day, he was playing drums. And he was him and Joey were like the two best. They were always hanging out with us, always really friendly, great guys, great musicians. So if you miss Pete Steele and you're looking for that typo negative green black kind of Alice in Chains kind of vibe to it, man, check it out. It's good stuff. They have a couple of albums out.
A Pale Horse Named Death.
A Pale Horse Named Death.
And they have a new album. Is this it, Infernum in Terra?
Yes. It's got Infernum in Terra. That is the album that just came out on today. And get a chance to listen to it. Listen to some of their other records, too. They got some great albums. They actually do some covers, too. They have a cover album, maybe 3 or 4 songs. It's escaping me now what they do on it, but it's good stuff, man, if you're into that. So that was my first one. Ooh. The other one I noticed going through my Discover is Duran Duran.
Duran
has an EP out too. I was like, okay, it's all right. It's not Seven in the Ragged Tiger good.
I mean, they're still making music.
They're still making music, apparently. I don't know who's in the band still. I mean, John Taylor. He's one of my bass idols. He's great.
I hate when they do that. They basically have one member from the original band who's still in it and call it the band.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Was it fucking Motley Crue did that? They had half the Rat.
Oh, who the hell knows who's in Rat? No,
exactly.
It's Simon and John and Nick, I think still, those 3.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's Duran Duran. It's
Simon,
not...
Nick, John, and Roger.
Yeah.
That's who's in it right now.
Yeah, no Andy Taylor.
Nope.
He's gone. Some of we've lost some Taylors, but yeah, they're still putting out music. So those are the 2 ones that I was like, okay. Well, I know A Pale Horse Named Death. They've been kicking around and they're doing good, and I hope to see them live this year. They put on a good show from what I've seen. Duran Duran was one. Now, if I sneak into my little Spotify,
spot it.
Just to do a little cheat thing here, I'm going to swipe you up here.
Oh, he's cheating.
No, I don't want Throwback Thursday. Get the fuck out of here. I want Discover. Okay, so there's Duran Duran. Guns N' Roses put out another single. Hard School.
Oh, yeah, Daddy.
Yeah. Infernum in Terra. That's the one. The Specials. They put out something that...
Yeah, it was... I saw that. I stayed away from it only because it looked like the Specials one was it's an album of protest songs. It's basically covers that they did.
Yeah. It's...
They're still making
They do
music?
a cover of Get Up, Stand Up by Bob Marley. Good job, guys. Yeah. And, there's another band that put out just a single. They're called Ovlov. OVLOV.
Okay.
Yes, OVLOV. They have a single out. The Land of Steve-O, it's called.
Sorry.
We'll put that on the playlist. They're a band they've put out a couple of albums. I believe actually the Brady Bastards did a show with them way back in the day.
Ooh.
I remember good alternative, kind of heavy, not heavy, but it's got that Left to the Dial kind of 90s alternative sound.
Sure.
Good stuff. So I was, pleasantly surprised. You got New Guns N' Roses, Hard School. It's Guns N' Roses.
You went the spectrum. You went ska, metal, rock.
Oh yeah, there was a plethora of new music out there. Even Willie Nelson put out a song.
Oh, well, Willie's got to pay off all those fees he owes the government.
Yeah, well, it's Family Bible by Willie Nelson. That also came out. The Specials. Oh, and I'd like to also give a shout out to a band called Station, which I will put on their stuff in the podcast too. Now, Station is a band. They're a New York City band.
No relation. No relation to Station from the Bill and Ted movie.
No. These guys.
Whoa, obscure reference.
Great guys, great band. They are like an 80s metal band, all right? not Steel Panther fucking stupidity, but they put out legit good 80s metal rock and roll. And
Okay.
it's so funny because I had the chance to believe it or not, I was chosen to be a judge for a Battle of the Bands a couple of years ago where I ran into these guys, and I'm like, dude, you guys are killing it with the 80s metal hard. You're like, well, that's, I don't think we saw. I'm going to put Station on there. You're going to be like, these guys are straight out of Rat. And they look, the guy, I mean, it was so funny because Chris, the guitar player, don't get me wrong. These guys are awesome. Singer is amazing voice. They got a great band.
Okay.
And they really, if you're into that, like, Rat and Poison and Def Leppard and all that stuff, Queensryche, they're right up there. But they're completely unself-aware.
Oh no.
He was like, hey, we're trying to do modern stuff. I'm like, you play a George Lynch guitar.
Oh God.
You're not. But don't get me wrong, man. Stuff shreds. It's good stuff. So I definitely went down quite a metal rabbit hole.
You did. That's
did.
okay.
I did.
I mean,
Ska,
you need the metal.
Good stuff.
I can't find my way.
I can't find. Oh, that's the Station song. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, me. I'm like, you're gonna mention. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah. Well, pull it out, man. Just pull it out for the rest of the gang. So yeah, a lot of good music out there.
There is. It was a very music heavy episode here. Very music heavy today. Very music heavy today.
Yeah. We tend to go down pretty heavy on the music, So yeah, I mean, I think we could. I don't know where we're at time wise, but
we are 1 hour 23 minutes.
Wow! All right, we're almost at the 90-minute mark. So I think it's time for a recap.
Yes, real quick though, before the recap, make sure, I don't know if you know, but 3 episodes, new season of Doom Patrol is up, and it's a very good show.
That was one we've mentioned in the past.
Brendan Fraser, man, come on, my boy Brendan Fraser, give him some love.
Got to give Brendan.
Give
Fraser
George of the Jungle
man.
some love.
That's right. He's not wheezing the juice anymore. So,
nope.
you got to give him some credit. So, we'll do a little
it's the
recap
GG recap
here.
time.
So we talked about Candyman. I'll be watching that this weekend. You saw it. Do you recommend? You give it a yay? You give it a?
I give it a yay. I give it a yay. I very much enjoyed it.
You get 2 fingers in? All right, you got 2 fingers in?
Give it the shocker.
Oh, the 3 fingers in. All right, now you're teasing me. So we got that. Malignant. If you love that crazy ass horror shit, Dario Argento, gory as crap. Watch that.
I'm putting it on the list.
I'm giving that, the fucking 2-finger Shakespeare right there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good. So we have those 2. We talked about the TV shows. Like I said, I'm caught up on Heels. Awesome. What If? Awesome. Walking Dead. It's getting there. And you had that show on Apple TV.
Foundation.
Called Foundation.
Yep. Sci-fi.
We'll definitely give that a shout out and listen to or watch actually because it's a TV show, dummy. And what else do we have on there? TV shows we did, movies we did, music we just talked about a whole bunch. Pick up that William Shatner.
Mm.
If he can get Ben Folds to do a whole album with him, he's got some kind of magic going on.
I know.
You got Ovlove, you got Station, you got A Pale Horse Named Death, you got
the Velvet Underground tribute album.
Velvet Underground covers album. You got fucking Duran for God's sakes. We're back in the 80s, kids.
And definitely give that new Ministry a listen, even though it literally sounds like they got Ministry to do a cover of an Iggy Pop song for a movie.
Interesting.
For a horror movie too.
I'll always give Uncle Al a shout and a listen, Yeah, man. I think we did it once again.
We did.
You can't, even with COVID, you can't stop the kid.
Nope.
You can't stop it. I'm glad you're feeling better. Like I said, everybody who's on the Facebook page, thank you so much for that.
rate, subscribe.
Like, subscribe. Nobody, listen. All right, I'm going to say this before we go. Motherfuckers, leave us a goddamn review on Apple Podcasts.
Nobody reviews.
There's 160 of you guys now on the Facebook page. Nobody wants free swag. We just put up our merchandise. You can get yourself a Hey Pal, What's New t-shirt, a hat, a mug, a sticker. You're going to get a prize pack if you leave a good comment on our Apple Podcast. Give us a rate. I don't care if you put 1 star, Greg's balls smell like onions. I don't care. You know what? That would be so funny. You would win the prize.
No. It's 5 stars. Greg's ball bag smells like a Burger King Whopper, and ooh boy, do I love the King.
Hey, listen. Even though they're not a sponsor, Dollar Shave Club's got the ball spray, man.
That's right.
I'm correct.
That's my balls that smell like a Whopper.
Be creative. Be inventive. Tell us we suck. Tell us we're awesome. Say whatever you want on there. Just fucking review us, for God's sakes.
That's right.
We're dying over here.
Brother Ed, man, you got to give that review. It's like, I prefer the audio podcast than the live video feed. Who wants to look at these two schmoes?
Yeah, exactly. And we'd like to thank the great Nina for calling in. This morning. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This evening.
Earlier in the program. So it was great to hear from her. Glad to see the kids are doing well. Didn't really get a chance to go down the rabbit hole of the craziness, but it's good though. We caught up, and everybody's doing great. Kids are great. Our kids are great. You guys are great. We love you all. And like I said, give us a review.
Please give us
page.
a review.
Our Spotify playlist is updating as we speak. So give that a follow and a listen, and add your shit on there, man.
That's right.
Big ups to these. Station is not a huge. They're very popular, but they're not on Atlantic. So make sure they get on.
And you guys never know when some that you put on there that we're gonna listen to might be the next thing we talk about in the next episode. We're like, I don't know who it was, but they added this to the playlist, and I gave it a listen. I liked it.
Yeah, I've gotten feedback from people that have said, "Oh, I like listening to that playlist." It's because it's stuff that you could be familiar with. Some stuff you might not be familiar with. But we'll add. I'll add a couple of songs on there when we hang up. Yeah, like I said,
I already added a
give
couple.
us a review.
I added one Bill Shatner and that Ministry song.
Okay, I'm gonna add on the Pale Horse. And you added Station too, didn't you?
No, I didn't add. I just looked at it.
All right, I'll add Station on there. I won't add the specials. I won't put you through that. I mean,
God, please
I
don't.
love the specials, but
no.
Like I said, promote what's great, not what you hate. So check all this stuff out. We'll be back again next week. This will the podcast version of this, the audio version of this, will be up on Monday. Yep. And give me some feedback on Malignant, and I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
And don't take any of that ivermectin horse tranquilizer bullshit.
Nope.
You're right there. Are you acting or?
Yeah, I got to eat something.
Yeah, put some red on that stuff, man. It gets rid of the itch. So anyway, peace through fingers, everybody.
Peace,
Thanks
everybody.
Again. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, they can still hear us.
Oh, I've been holding that one in for a while. Hold on.
That's disgusting.